Hello and welcome back to Tottenham America. Today we are going to be reviewing and analyzing Tottenham Hotspur's 2-0 home win over Manchester City. We started things off really strongly in the 5th minute. Kane was fouled, Højbjerg took the free kick, and Ndombele spotted Son running in, placed home the winner right under Ederson.
I think it was a brilliant run from Kane. He distracted the two defenders, Ruben Dias and Aymeric Laporte, which just leave Joao Cancelo to mark Heung-min Son. And he was kind of worried about Aurier too. And it was also good work by Son. It's a good finish, slips it right under Ederson. We've seen some goals like that before from him. I think in the UEFA Champions League when we had that 4-3 draw. One goal was kind of similar, but except it was like different.
Yeah. And then in the 28th minute, Aymeric Laporte scored with a thunderous left foot finish to equalize. But it was ruled out by VAR for a handball against Gabriel Jesus. And we were 1-0 up until the 65th minute, where Giovani Lo Celso came in for Tengo and Ndombele. 30 seconds later, he placed home the winner.
I think it was a brilliant counterattack. As soon as he came on, he'd bring a lot of energy to the team.
Yeah.
Harry Kane's acting as a midfielder yet again. Another assist for him.
He slotted the ball through to Giovani Lo Celso and finished just like Son's goal earlier. And that was the end of the goal situation for the match. One additional note was that Toby Alderweireld did get injured at the end of the match. He came out for Joe Rodon. But we're going to start with the player rating. So first up is goalkeeper Hugo Lloris. So I'm going to give him an 8. He made a couple of really good saves, including one in like the 90th minute, I want to say, to stop Ruben Dias from scoring off of a De Bruyne free kick. He was very commanding in his catching and handling, and he kept a clean sheet against one of the top sides in the Premier League.
I'm going to give him a 7.5. I think in the first half he did very well with his handling, like you said, and also that save to keep us a clean sheet. He kept a clean sheet. I think that was our 3rd clean sheet in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's the 3rd. It's the 3rd.
Third.
West Brom, Burnley, and today.
Yes.
Okay, next up is Serge Aurier, who came in for Matt Doherty, who had contracted coronavirus.
I'm going to give him an 8. He did very well, especially in the first half. He was playing well defensively. Also, he was a threat
attacking
on the front foot.
Yep. Did really well in possession.
Yes, and he also had some great clearances. He won back possession a lot. And this game, I feel like he was a lot better at decision-making. Mm-hmm. He only made one clumsy challenge, which was later in the game.
Yeah, which is really good. I'm going to give him an 8. In this fixture last season, he had given away a really clumsy penalty. Luckily, Gundogan missed, but, he shouldn't have done that. And this fixture today was a complete drastic change from who we saw last season. He was all up and down the right side, assisting Son and putting in crosses for Kane. But yeah, we're going to move on next to Toby Alderweireld. So I'm going to give him a 9.5 because this is one of those performances that, you didn't expect from him. He was absolutely incredible today. He was heading away balls. He dealt with Gabriel Jesus, who is a very pacey forward. And he made some very important blocks. And he put forward the ball for Giovani Lo Celso's goal. He shot the ball forward to Kane, who assisted Lo Celso.
That was out the blue. Okay, so I'm going to give him an 8. Just like what you said, he did very well. But it's not like he didn't do he didn't do any match-winning things or
score.
He didn't score.
Yeah.
Or save. He did save us a couple times, yes, but that doesn't mean he's gonna be like the high rating. But still, that was a very good performance from Alderweireld. I think it's his best this season.
His best in a while.
Yeah.
Next up is his center back partner, Eric Dier. I'm going to give him an 8.5. Just like Alderweireld, he was heading away threats. He dealt with Gabriel Jesus, and he was throwing a lot of long balls forward for Kane, Son, and Bergwijn.
I disagree. I'm going to give him a 7 or 7.5. So I'm saying that he didn't do that much. I think Alderweireld did most of the defensive work.
Yeah.
He did have some clearance. I didn't see much of him.
Next up is Sergio Aurier. I'm going to give him a 7.5. He misplaced a couple passes throughout the game, but other than that, he was dealing with Riyad Mahrez very well, who looked really good today. After that Algeria game where he scored that amazing goal, Riyad Mahrez looked really good today, but Sergio Aurier handled that threat really well.
I'm going to give him an 8. I think he did very well. I think that he definitely did better defensive than we've seen before. But I think he's been misplacing some passes and losing possession.
I think he just rushes a bit too much.
But
he needs to calm down sometimes.
One thing he always does very well is coming back into position.
Yeah.
He always does that brilliant. And he was also very electric on the attack.
Yeah. All right, next up is the midfield general, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. I'm going to give him an 8.5 because another top-of-the-line performance from him. He dealt with any balls from De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, anything from the back line. He dealt with that amazingly. He started the first goal, the attack for the first goal.
Yeah.
But all in all, it was another out of this world performance from Højbjerg.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. 8.5. All right, now we're gonna move on to the next person.
Yep. So next up is Sissoko.
I'm gonna give him a 7. He didn't do that much in the first half, except
he made some important slide tackles. I'm gonna give him 7.5.
That was more in the second half, though.
Yeah.
He did very well, especially defensively. After Gio scored that goal.
Yeah. We almost transitioned into a back 4. Because Sissoko and Højbjerg were allowed to go into fullback positions when we were defending, which let Rayon and Aurier on the break speed ahead. But that was it was a tactical masterclass from Jose today. Today and next up we're gonna do Tengo and Ndombele.
For me, I would say an 8.5. He did very well, especially in the first half. In the second half,
assist.
Yeah, in the second half, he got a little tired.
Yeah, he definitely looked a little tired. But he has been playing a lot of games.
Yeah, and he's been playing very well, especially in the first half. He showed a lot of, and his work rate is very good.
Yes,
it's always
much improved from last year. I'm gonna give him an 8, just as he said, but I think we haven't seen the best of him. He needs to drop back a bit to the 8 position instead of 10, because I think he thrives more in central midfield more than attacking midfield. All right, we're gonna go next to the right-hand side to the goal scorer, Heung-min Son.
I'm gonna give him an 8.5. That the goal was, of course, very nicely taken.
Yes, very nicely taken.
It was a good. He had some good what's it called? Good counters.
Yes, he had good runs, very good runs.
I think it was in the first half. In the second half, he didn't act up that much.
Yeah.
But still, he didn't do anything wrong, and he did very well, especially in the first half.
I'm going to give him an 8.5. He was making those dangerous runs, just as you said, and just being his old self after a couple of lackluster performances against West Brom. One lackluster performance against West Brom.
And Brighton.
Yeah. He looked good in the first half then, but that's not today. Steven Bergwijn was on the other flank. He was, I believe, his first start this season in the Premier League. I'm going to give him a 7.5. This is exactly what he needed. His confidence looked a little low before today's game, so he made a lot of important dribbles, made important runs into the box. and he was just overall a really good addition. It wasn't. I think he should have scored. I think he was a bit hesitant on some of his shot takings, but other than that, yeah, I think this is exactly what he needed to get his Spurs career back on track after a couple of underwhelming performances.
I agree with you. He also did. I noticed that normally Son plays on the left.
Yeah, today Bergwijn was on the left.
And then normally either Lucas, Bale, or Nomella starts on the right. Or sometimes Bergwijn. We have lots of options. Lamella's injured, so.
Yeah.
And Lucas was in the subs, so was Bale.
Yeah.
And I noticed that, like against West Ham, and Manchester United, it was always Son making those runs.
Yeah.
Today was Bergwijn.
Bergwijn as well, yeah.
I think it was because Bergwijn was playing on the left, Son was playing on the right this
I think
time.
Bergwijn's better on the left. But now we're going to move up to center forward Harry Kane.
I'm going to give him a 9.
Okay.
I'm
going to give him an 8.5.
He's all over the place. Like, what?
He's winning fouls, winning the ball back, defending, attacking, assisted the second goal.
Like you have to make a new position called anywhere.
Anywhere, literally anywhere.
And
except for, I mean, he could play goalkeeper.
He's tall, yeah. He's all over the place. He had an assist today for the Giovani Lo Celso goal, and he did very well, especially with tackling. He did very well defensively. He did very well everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to move on to the substitutions. We're only going to rate Gio Lo Celso because Rodin only had 11 minutes of play time, and Lucas Moura only had 15. We're going to go to Giovani Lo Celso, the goal scorer who got his first Premier League goal in his career today.
For me, 9.5, my man of the match.
Okay.
Gio, just an amazing performance. You could see the impact he had.
30 seconds.
Yeah, you could see that goal was
incredible.
Top class.
Yeah.
Top notch.
The way he slid it under. That first touch was really good.
He reminds me of Heung-min's son, like the first goal.
Yeah. I'm going to give him a 9. He improved our team's aggression a lot. He was constantly pressing. He made a bunch of really good slide tackles. So I'm going to give him a 9. And my man of the match, I didn't have one. Everyone. Everyone performed well. This was a top-class performance from everyone. But yeah, that's the end of the player ratings from us. Hope you enjoyed the video. Our next game is Thursday, the 26th of November. At 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time against Ludogorets. It is at home. It's on Thanksgiving for our American viewers. So, yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. That was a huge win today. Don't forget to check out our social media pages. They're in the description below. Twitter and Instagram. And we'll see you guys next time.
Until next time, come on, you Spurs!